The people number one. The people number one.
I thought this tune sounds a bit fucking full, but to be fair, it's an opener, that's fine. I'm fine with it. I'm not saying we're going to open this track every YouTube stream, but it's the Grey Room, cartoon.
Sorry about that. Crimey. So a few minutes late to screen. I had to go to the loo. Sorry about that. It's I chose to go by mood today, musically. We will see how much of a mistake that is. Let's pick on this out. Where are we? That is over there. Okay, so struggling with that a little bit. That kind of shows the track name, I guess. It's a quick adjustment between streams. So what? Not a fan of the of this. It's the YouTube audio library. Yesterday we went for a little bit of no copyrighted sound. So YouTube channel provides like generally dance music. And I've listened to that so much over the years of streaming that I just can't anymore. I don't know if I can listen to NCS anymore, basically. So as a result of yesterday, I've ended up soaping up with the cryptic cabin soap because pop out chat, let's bring that over here. I like it. My music tastes extremely depressing. I think this works quite well, to be fair, for stream this kind of mood, but it will change, I think. We'll see. Oh, bloody hell. No, I'm not there. Where's my mouse? There it is. This scored over there. Because of Reaper Paint yesterday, the new Reaper Paint, the new 2.0s, flowing so well, I thought I better give my brushes like the slightly more aggressive paint removal treatment. So they've been sitting with the cryptic cabin brush soap on all night in order for me to give them a good clean now, and hopefully they will be in a lovely condition, because as good as the paint flows, it almost flows too well, because it's sort of, you can actually end up with dried paint on the bristles. Oh no, I haven't gotten. What is this? I gotta wash that off. Just got, I think, soap on a painted model. Don't want to do that. Not something I've tested before, but I think that's still going to have cryptic cabin soap on it, because that stuff needs soap to actually get it out. This is what we painted yesterday. I know they're not Tzangors, and some of you may have seen them already. But we... what's that on my finger? Interesting. Got those done in the stream yesterday. On Twitch we painted these. So using the brand new Reaper paints. I used like the old non-metallic gold because I had it and wanted to do that non-metallic gold. What else was it? Also used Skull and Crossbones from the old range, which is a fairly newer one. I think it's a sort of newer paint. I might be wrong. But yeah, we're listening to, according to YouTube and the YouTube audio library and the people who have uploaded their songs and how I guess they've categorized them. This is the inspirational music. I went for mood. I figured mood was what I wanted. So let's just go by a mood today. I haven't gotten to shave. The new schedule is kicking my ass, but also I am not maximizing efficiency out of it. So, but I mean, yesterday, fuck me, I just worked between like 10 and 9 o'clock, which actually isn't outrageous, but a 9-hour day is quite a long day. I was so like glad to break. I did have a single game of Tarkov, didn't I, before my second stream? Did fit in a single game of Tarkov. I was hanging out with Totally for like quite a while. During lunchtime and after the YouTube stream yesterday in Discord, and he was playing, and I was like, "Go on, put it on, stream me game," because it's like no chance that I was going to get to play. But we got everything. I got everything done I wanted to get done. Yeah. A little bit of cough. I guess I'll take my little. Good day yesterday, actually. With smoking, really good. Yesterday, very controlled, tight. Minimum. Hope work is going well for you guys. Thanks for coming in, you wonderful beings. Oh, yes, good. That should come up to the top. So I'm going to do the same. Yes, it is. Fascinating. Did it? Or is it in my brush now? Mutta. Yeah, there you go. Don't like to twist it in there that often, but when I have put in that cryptic cabin soap in, you got to kind of really make sure you get the rest of this in, the normal soap in. There's a twist or two in the brush soap is fine. I don't do it too often because I don't, like if I do it like that much, as opposed to like press hard and twist, because it's sort of forcing all their hairs to push against each other in ways that they're not really meant to do over and over and over again, right? So just some more brush care tips from beyond the box art here. Alright, that's better. That's better. Let's also clean this one. I said it yesterday, and I was thinking about it last night. Man, Reapers and new paints are I think a game changer for me. It's really annoying. It's actually annoying, if I'm perfectly honest. Because I enjoy painting with them so much that I don't want to use other paints if I can use those. And the reason that actually annoys me is because whilst I enjoyed painting with them, and this requires more testing what I'm about to say, but they have just different properties, kind of in terms of the way they behave and not their effect, but their way they behave is so fundamentally different in a way, like in the intricacies of it, that I wonder how well certain techniques will work on them. So, like, for example, like void blending. Like how, like we need to put them through their paces on things like that. You know, we need to like try some void blending on it. We need to try some some loaded brush, shall I say, I guess we could try like a. I mean, like, what is it? That is void blending, basically, when you have like one brush for cleaning and one brush for applying paint. Some people have that two-part blending or two brush blending, or I don't know. Someone tried to come up with a different name for it, but it's just void blending. I definitely want to try void blending and I don't use void blending that often. As I often say, when I do it, I'm doing it because I've put too much paint on the model, and I want to reduce it, and so I have to quickly void my brush, and then try to sort of like feather out the blend with water. How's it going, TD? I'm just chatting about brush care. We've just had a little bit of a chat about brush care, but I was just talking about lost my train of thought. Blending types and Reaper paints. Reaper 2.0. Tired, rough night? Ah, man. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Well, I'm with you on the tired front. a little bit. Like, in the sleepy in the eyes. Really. And a bit, I guess, not fully woken up. It's admittedly not actually been long since I have been up. So, screwing myself now with Tarkov. No one to blame. Just myself. Me and Iron played a few games. I'm on level 9 now. Iron's managed to get like his ridiculous loadouts going, where he's like on a class 6 chest plate, but like with like a high ergo gun, and he only weighs 21.9 kilos going in. So like that's already hilarious to see. That he's like hyped about his like low weight builds that they're really good. They're really good builds. They are, but last night I felt really sick and bouncy, so I got a cuppa, some food, and passed out shortly after. Sometimes that's not the way, is it? Did you manage to go to sleep on your left hand side? Yeah, he showed me in the DM. Yeah, I mean, like now that's the thing. He'll drop another kilo or 2, maybe even before the game is done, and he'll have like an even better gun when he does it. Always sleep on your left side. Interesting. I don't always sleep on my left hand side. It's a lot of work and setup to get yourself like in a good position sleeping on your left hand side. It's something that I do only really when I've eaten food recently. Like within an hour of going to bed. I have quite a quick metabolism. It's like just a straight shoot down. So about dual stream tomorrow, right? What time are you finishing? Don't know. I mean, like, I think I will aim to do like a long stream. But actually, no, I don't know. Don't know about dual stream, because the idea with dual stream is that we carry on through. I've got to do video production. There's loads of stuff I want to do videos on, and I haven't done. I just like not even making the effort to do like a low effort one, you know. Which is no good. So maybe tomorrow what we'll do is, because if we're doing a dual stream, are you guys popping up in, you won't do in YouTube chat. Do you guys pop up usually on screen when we're talking on Twitch? Let's do some painting. Anyway, so that's some brush care anyway. I was talking about getting carried away with... I don't really want to get carried away talking about Tarkov for the rest of the stream. But, how's it going, Rao? How's it going? I don't know. So tomorrow, and I'm talking about what we're doing tomorrow instead, which is okay. That's fine. We'll get back to what I'm worried. My thoughts on Reaper 2.0 after having slept. So I want to talk about that. I'm all right, man. Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy today, which is, full of energy as usual, but sleepy from lack of sleep. It was a late night, and I just had to get up. It was like, no, you've got to do at least this. You've got to at least get milk for coffee, or you'll be doomed for stream. So, how's the day looking for you, dude? I see you're throwing multiple massages at me. Thank you for your picture. How's it going? What are you up to? I'm gonna try and set for model paint tomorrow's stream. Oh, hi, DD. It's great, dude. Stop self-promoting in the chat. Okay. It's cool, dude, but like, you gotta stop doing that in the live chat. It's kind of ugly. Talk to me about it. Get me excited about it. And put it in the self-promotion channel in the Discord. But not... Like, it's been 2 or 3 days in a row where that's happened. And I'm like, gotta shut you down on it now, dude. Okay. No worries. You're forgiven. How's stuff to do in the morning? I need to strip down PC area and tidy, clean and redo, so I'm gonna do it. But yeah, okay, yeah. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow we do a shorter stream here on YouTube where it's a bit more focused on something. Right. Mind you, we did quite a good focus yesterday with the quivers. Yay! I didn't have to think for a minute. I didn't have to think for a whole minute to remember the word quivers. Quivers! I remembered it a second time! Actually, that needs to be kicked off in the other direction. We need lighting to make it look exciting. When let's face it, it's not. I'm gonna probably have to move this angle. I'm gonna have to change my either exposure. Oh no. Yeah. Or do the awkward thing. What I should have done before we started stream if we were going to do an airbrush session. Which is that? There we go. The stretch is good though. I feel like I should do the stretch and not use the ladders. The ladders are cheap. Did you tidy that model up? Dun, 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 bam, bam. You have a good brain in your skull. It's capable occasionally of doing some good stuff. It's not... Yeah, I've taken good care of it, I guess, you know? I've taken good care of it to a degree. Would you all mind for a moment just coming up over here? I'm gonna move that around so over there. I know it's all shaky. I'm sorry. Are we connected to something else back there? Oh yeah, I just reconnected it earlier. BtBA. I'll flip you over in a second. Right, don't get too excited. Okay. It feels kind of loose, that camera does, but it's good. That looks okay. Which model? If we're talking, like, so we're going to be upside down, right? Yeah, we're going to be upside down. Let's sort you out. It's a quick change. There you go, okay. Sometimes you float and fly through the sky. Yeah, custom emotes on YouTube would be cool, but it's not a thing, is it? Yeah, we painted these yesterday. I need to get some better pictures of them, but we will finish this trio on stream tonight with more Reaper 2.0 paints. Potion seller. I need your finest potions. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to do the Minotaur as well in the not too distant future. Maybe we do the Minotaur on Friday. Called Potion Seller. Is there a skill? You can. I know you can make potions. I know you can make good potions. Oh, I'm being so bad with my mixing dishes. I've got a bunch more, which is why I'm being so bad, but and I'm not using my filters. Oh no, I don't want to get ISO on you guys too much. That would be kind of bad, I guess. That wire over there. Do that. Okay, wonderful. So what I want to do is airbrush the crap out of these, all of these discs today. We are going to attempt to airbrush the crap out of them. And then just get them all done. Batch paint the discs day. On YouTube has their own kappa. Is that their kappa? Yeah, the Minotaur is awesome. That's another Reaper Mini. It's going to be lots of fun to paint. That's yeah, it's so refreshing to be painting Reaper Minis on Twitch and like not be painting Tzangors and Thousand Suns for like, you know. What a relief. And to get like 2 minis done in a stream, as opposed to the kind of painstaking approach that we're taking with these. It's a good change of pace. And Who didn't see my reaction to Reaper 2.0 paints yesterday? I just, like I say, I think, so going back to subject, because that's where I was, I'm just going to carry on with that thought, and hopefully I'll pick up other things. I don't know what model you mean, TD. The one we were working on last night? Last morning. Yesterday morning? My God. My God. I can't remember anything. What did happen to this man? It would be good if you close that hole. And actually, I like to thread this. Do you know what? I should be when we're doing this. We should be on that so you can kind of see what's going on. Well, not that you can see very well, but at least you can see that I'm doing something and I haven't just disappeared off screen. If you can see my butt right now, then I must apologise. That's not the intention. I'm messing with the compressor, okay? I'll try and remain decent for you. Okay. And for YouTube and for Twitch. Because that's just not cool. It would be cool to be showing my ass crack on the stream, frankly, chat. We can joke about such things, but the reality is much harsher. Oh, audio feedback click. We haven't had one of those in a while. Yeah, not one that bad. I still. Right, okay, there you go. Dressed. Only took about an hour. Still looking at the stream until now. There you go. Oh, we want to have, we'll put the noise suppression on. So Reaper 2.0 paints. I guess we should do some airbrushing actually on her tomorrow with them. Speaking of that, because that's another thing. Noise suppression is on. Noise gate is on. Okay. I'm going to assume you guys didn't actually really hear that compressor going off that much. So, Reaper 2.0 paints. What I was saying before, like, TD came in and we started talking about what I can't remember about what we're doing tomorrow and playing Tarkov and what he's up to with tidying his room and his stream and we're talking about Reaper 2.0 and my concerns, after having slept on it, is that I love them so much, and I would literally replace any colour match or close colour match with them pretty much for most jobs. I wonder how well they would do. I wonder how well they would do. Where are you getting that like really strong light from? I wonder if they do void blending specifically, which is not something that I do that often. I don't do void blending loads, but there you go. Yeah, exposure's really low on this camera anyway. Let's just drop it up a little bit. Is that? No, it's not that. It's It's this version of OBS dicking my settings on camera. I gotta roll back. It's not making any difference. I still am just basically logging into the two different things on a daily basis. Have a dot of contrast. We want more saturation. That's a bit better. And then that's about right, actually. Okay. So void blending, I'm definitely thinking they may not be grateful because they dry so quickly on the model, which is how weird is that because of the fact that they stay so fluid on the brush for so long, unnaturally long. It's fluid on a dry brush. So I don't know if like you caught that part, Rao, or whoever is watching. That was the most interesting part of this. I've got to get isopropyl in this area. I'm gonna not actually. We'll clean these up after stream, like I should have done yesterday, or the day before, or whenever the hell I did them. Oh yeah. This was from midstream. So I prepped those models and gave them a prime for stream on Twitch. Okay, well ISO is going through then. At least. Clean that up straight away once we're done. Let's do the pink ones first. We now need to do all the cancellation shit. Was it ball like? Do it. Do it. You get that stuff done. Okay. Let's do this one. This should be super easy actually, this one, really. The lad in the middle. We don't have a close-up shot of that disc. They're different discs on it, I think. It's another shot of it, I guess. There you go, there's our close-up shot of it. Super, super simple, really, isn't it? Okay, that's our little reference image, really, for what we're doing. That's what we need. Has kind of everything almost. I guess I should just double check the bottom side from the front on picture again. Can I? No. Right, I'll let that load because that's being a bit weird. There you go. Pop it there. No, I was going to say that shouldn't be on there. That shouldn't be on my C drive. It wasn't. Stick it there. No, not there. Cool. And let us change this to that. Okay. Reveal it. Bring that down. It's only a tiny little reference, I know, but there they are. And then I just check again the what is this music? Right, and that's the end side.
So yeah, void blending is the one thing that I'm thinking like it's maybe not going to be quite so good for, because of the fact that it seems to dry on the model really quite quickly. Wet blending I want to try on it, but I think you're going to have to go on with a really heavy load on the first thing, but we've got to do more testing on it. But like in terms of layering and edge highlighting, they're amazing. They are just ridiculously good, and like and glazing, layering, and edge highlighting are the three things that they are so good at that like I would almost never want to use any other paint for those jobs if I've got a match. So cancel that. What are we doing? So image, another image. I should just call these reference one. And the other one should be reference two if I want to have two up at the same time. Oh, shit. Did I not save that time? Sorry, Jan. This should all be pre-stream work, really. Oh, did I save it in screenshots? There you go. Get one on top of the other. We will be doing the other discs. We'll do like the silver one as well, and we'll throw the purple and the pink on those. So let's get you all out of here for a moment. Up as well. Actually, take those over to the tray. Keep them all together so that I don't worry about all there. They're all there. What the fuck is this you're listening to? Sorry. Is that my darkest? No, I think that is, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely that. This will work quite well for that, I would have thought. Yeah. Alright. Well, we get to test the Reaper paint out. So that looks like it's probably going to be a really good match for the mid-tone of this pink. It's meant to be really good for airbrushing. Yeah.
Maybe Screamer Pink is a better match, actually, for what I want to do. Yes, we could use it, because these flesh discs are this colour for the Bowman, and there will be different colours for when we do the Spearman. So I feel like I have creative freedom to do that now. I don't know what Athenian thinks about that. Mind you, we're going on to white as well, so it'll be slightly brighter probably, I would have thought. I think that's a good match as well. Straight pink from model colour is a good match. By the looks of things, needs to dry. That dried quite dark, but again, it's on a glove, black glove, so. But that's it. Otherwise, yeah, really impressed by the Reaper paints. There's a couple of things we got to try out on them. Oh, we've got to clean that pot out. Wait for that to dry, we'll see. See which the best one is. I actually do think that for this job, that probably this is the right colour actually. Out of those three pinks, and I have other pinks. Ideally, I'd use the new Runic Glow by Reaper because I want to put it through an airbrush and put it through its paces. That having been said, that doesn't look like it's going to pass through the airbrush as well as these two. Just by the look of the finish. But the alternative to it all is, I feel like, is to spray them Warlord purple and then like come in with Monster MOAR as like an overspray. That's another option. There's so many options really. I don't think it fucking matters basically. This is a sort of indecision and bullshit in terms of like perfect colour matching that is the biggest waste of time almost sometimes. I was thinking the other night, like trying to get this like perfect colour matching is it just slows everything down. You know, when if I was just like I'm gonna approximate it and just paint it nice as I can, then it would come out basically just as nice, if that makes sense. But it would come out just as nice, just quicker, but like it wouldn't necessarily be an absolutely perfect colour match. But like most people aren't going to fucking see the difference either most of the time. Or they'll be like, oh, that's slightly more green, or that's slightly more warm, or whatever. It's like, is it worth that? Oh, it's slightly more this, that, or the other. For like the extra hour or two that it can take out of my life. And I think it isn't. Right, we're going to throw this in first actually. I want to get in the inside in here. Picking that up early. Brain is still not engaged. It's the same as yesterday. A second coffee is clearly needed. No, because we're on the underside as well, aren't we? I think. There's probably more. That's enough, but I'll put one more drop in. This way.
Da-da. What did you have to cancel? A big giant dong? Did you not actually want your big giant dong that you ordered?
Dun, 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 dun. I need to fill this up with more liquid as well. More delays. Where are you? There you are. Cool. Fresh bit of homemade thinner in there. It's not enough. Also, what are you doing?
Some flow aid in there.
Put 2 drops in. Go crazy. Go crazy. I could get the microphone a little closer to my face hole, I guess. Which might help, being as we are about to mask up. Oh no, I'm not wearing painting trousers. I can't do that. I have tissue to hand. Don't hate me if the microphone goes funny. I'll just mute myself one sec. There you go. Okay. There's something in this coffee. I've seen it. Some little bit. Is it just coffee? I think it's coffee grind. Seems like it. Yeah, they look like. Yeah, okay. Mask up. Leaking a little bit, but that's probably just normal. Okay. I said I was doing the purple first. Oh well, it literally doesn't matter because we will not spray the purple where we put the pink or where we want the pink. And if we do, it's going to end up being in like the extremities, which will work. So I did clean this last night. It looks nice and conal. Are we good? I'm going to risk it. We're going straight in, no filter. Like me sometimes. No filter. Actually, let's just use the thing. Let's use the thing because we've got the thing. Have we got some slack there? Let's get a little slack here. Let's bring you up a little bit. We are actually doing extraction. It is pointing out the window. Kind of forgot that part when I was priming yesterday. That's nice. That's a nice place for me. Oh. Okay. Slowly, as usual. Not too much too quickly. Like we thought about doing some of the green in the middle, but we never really did. Just keep air drying it. I see a little bit of guff that we want to get rid of. You see that guff? I see it. Overdid it a little bit there, but why am I feeling air there? Whoa. Got some weird aerodynamics going on there. At a certain angle, if I shoot air at that Zinchian disc, the air comes back at me. Oh, there you go. The air comes back at my hand at that angle. That is very Zinchian. Fleshy discs. Oh, I see what's up. This is what's happened to my
of the monitor. It's been raised up on the side by the standing desk, and I didn't notice that it was slowly being tilted. Tilt it at an angle so I don't lose that green on the inside, which is what I would have done if I'd done the purple first, which could have possibly worked. I think it will work better the other way around, I think. So doing the purple after makes more sense, just because the angles that I have to shoot the pink at would knock the purple out where I would actually want to leave the purple. So it's better that we've done it this way around. And we can kind of like maybe even do a lot of the little like slots and holes that are purple inside with the airbrush as well. If we get a decent purple that will work, that will go through the airbrush at the right PSI, because we'll want to thin it down a lot and like have it go real close with the 0.15. So like that. Through there, I think. Pretty solid where we need it, apart from around the edges. We need to do all of it pink, because if we do the shading on these parts well, then we won't even have to edge highlight them, because the edge highlights on the black of these spikes are actually this kind of pink. So we're hopefully saving ourselves a little bit of work doing it this way. Tell you what, actually, painting these is pretty grim, in the sense that of the amount of like ribbed, fleshy shit that I'm having to paint. It's like, ew. Arguably the worst one is like where their foot has to go, where there's an actual hold now. It's like, oh, that's such a suggestive, but like just wrong. On many levels. Okay, pretty good. Outside spikes out. I should put the one that I'm working on in the middle, right? That would make more sense. I'm not really used to using one of these, but I certainly see the benefit to it. A little bit heavy there. Well, my trigger discipline's not been great today, but already building up a bit of dry tip because I'm not pushing forward on my trigger. All the others have no. Hey, it is cold today, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You're right, it is very fucking cold. Hopefully you don't have to spend too long out on it. Oh, there's a little bit of guff there that I've missed as well. How is your day going otherwise? Well, I hope. Have this all forward, really. It just occurred to me that it would be nicer for me if this was actually a little closer to me. And I can just have that like that. This over here. Sorry. This particular part of the setup is a little awkward, still getting used to it. There you go. Wonderful, there you go. Good morning, fellow plebs. What is up? Hey Mark, how's it going, dude?
We are just spraying. I will quickly make a quick coffee in a moment. I was just messing around with positioning. That'll be a little nicer for me to actually not be having to like lean a little forward when I'm airbrushing. Have it towards me.
What are you all up to? How's work going? Isn't she pretty in pink? I'm hawking my legal services on a street corner. Oh shit. Is that actually what's going on? No. Smeg espresso. Yeah, I will make a coffee. I will make a coffee. Let's a little bit bitty. I don't know quite why we're so bitty, but it's lucky that it doesn't matter. Oh, I've got a side spray, yeah. Be cautious of that. I don't like to spray into the green, so I'll spray slightly sideways to avoid it. What is this fucking song? Cool, girl. You do that. Very motivational, I suppose. All the mantras that they need, all in one, whoever they are. I'm on my third. I'm only on my first. 2 tankards are standard. Right, okay. One is two tankards are standard. I'm with you. All the important bits are shrunk. No, I'm just trying to sell my body, but it's so cold, all the important bits are shown. The shorter people? I think, like, we need a Pepe what the fuck emote for when Mark says something. Just that's the thing that Mark found funny, but we don't understand it. It's a joke. God knows what it means. Something to do with shrinking. It's an eternal stretch. This is also not an amazing sign, but yeah. It's fine. It made sense in your mind, you know. And to Mark, that's what matters. Inside of these, so I've got to get to this last bit. Okay, we're good. Perfect. Perfect amount of paint. Terrible amount of paint on there though. There's 2 drops as well. It's just my trigger discipline. Is what that is. Being rubbish. Should just need to push the trigger forward when I'm done. Short, sharp bursts where you push the trigger back forward, but I must admit that my trigger discipline on airbrush has not been amazing recently. Okay, quick blast of ISO into there. Music.
I'm not entirely sure whether or not to carry on down this road, the music that we've had so far, I'm perfectly honest.
But we'll allow it to continue to try to satisfy our musical needs for the morning. This is not a good start, I'll admit. is it?
Okay, I'm just going to skip everything back I moved on the 9 beats. How is this inspirational? I don't know. Okay, set that filter off.
Fuck that shit. Whatever the fuck that shit was. Okay. Oh man. Well, we're about to see how many discs that I have to do. Right, I've done like 3 discs? No. I've done 2 of the 7 discs that we have to do. Yeah, this is 5 more discs. That makes sense. That many discs. That's how many discs. Seven disky birds, and we have done 2. That's going to be more than we need, isn't it? We can do the top of that with this. And that's it. So yeah, we got 5. Part of the reason why we're doing a lot of airbrushing on these discs now as well, because we just need to push things along. Oh, that's too much. My fluid is pretty weak. It should be fine. Sure. I don't feel like I heard a nice little hiss out of that quite as much as I would have liked. I'll run with you. We're going to run with it and see. Oh yeah, we can't have that side spray either. Is that going to be... I think we're alright. We're a bit strong, aren't we? A little bit weaker. It's not atomizing very well, what it seems. We don't have... That's not direct. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Maybe that was a risk trying that. Clean a filter, and I'm going to put that through the other airbrush hopefully. Deal with the mist, the sort of pore spray that we're getting out of this airbrush for now. Avoid it. It's nearly clear. Should. Check we've got flow. Don't be like that. Okay. Such a small part of the try and get down into those straps. We've had this play earlier, haven't we? Okay, 14 total. Yeah, I mean that's next. We're sort of like doing. We're meant to be already on them, really, in a way. Like, but as long as we get the 14 total done by the end of really like next month, is that right? So like the seven we're doing now should really be done. But as long as we are done with all 14 by like middle of December, I'll be happy. So, and we still want to paint other things in between those bits. So, which is why we're all gonna. I wanted to ramp up these hours about like 9 months ago or whatever it was when we came up with the name. But then I had to move house, and then I dealt with a load of bullshit for a load of time that I should have just ignored. Frankly, lost a lot of energy on something. A few of you are aware of. Privately, as co-owners of the stream in some and many ways. Okay, no flow right now. So. Yeah, we're on the first 7 of the 14. Why is that not catching now? It's not got any point coming out. Hey. Still not catching that side that well, which is going to be a tough anyway. I don't know why I'm not worried about it or bothered about it. Let's try that. Drawing it out a bit. That a bit there, out a little bit, and then there. Oh, cool, that's done. Just we keep hitting the tooth every time we try and hit at that angle, we keep on hitting the tooth. That's on the upper level. So we got them. So use a different thing for that. Right, first of all, what we're going to do that. Expel all of that paint out of there. Come, get out my airbrush, come. Go. Faster. I guess I could put the air pressure up. Actually, let's do that. Really slow. My that one is. Set it to 25. Just max out usually, but you can go higher. I always think that it's me doing this in the cup. When I clean the cup before my paint session's done, I think I'm doing myself a massive disservice. Because that's when I get chunks down there that I'm hoping to blow through. I really definitely have to avoid it with the 0.15. There we go. We're going to use a little bit of that in there. and do the same sort of thing. Yeah, this is jokes. This is jokes. Come on. That ain't right. That ain't right. I don't. No, it's not. What's going on there? That is such a weird position. Something getting in your way inside. Something in the way. Also probably using Citadel base paints through in airbrush as always. A little bit of a risky one, just the pigment size, from what I understand. Alright. Do a bit of meditative Indian music, like the sounds of things. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try and push that through. Smoosh it into the trigger. I don't mind this sort of stuff, but I don't know what. Some people really don't like the non-diatonic. Oh, I've got a nice spray on that now. Some people don't like the non-diatonic kind of nature. If you're able to discern the differences between like the the sort of quadratic diet, like quadtonic or whatever. It's not even at 4. It's like they divided tone by 8 or something like that, and that's why you get that kind of. But they follow each other so well. In terms of either sitar or the weird like piano kind of organ thing. I can't think of the name of the singer in that last track. It's actually really, really good. Personally, I quite like a bit of tabla and doubler. Maybe it's growing up in Birmingham. Cool. That one is fine. We'll give that a little bit of a black wash, and that will also be good to go. Still here, trying to keep my mind fraying texture to minimum. No worries. No worries. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate your face. It's good to have you here. And like keeping the mind frying stuff to a minimum sounds amazing. Oh, easy now. Okay, where we suddenly... Is that how we first hit that? When we first came in with the purple? Feels like we suddenly got more air pressure. Thanks. Sorry, I forgot that I didn't have this on there, and then just poked it into the rubber of the okay, it's still not... yeah, it's still good. Phew. A little bit of a panic there. Where is the paint that I want to make? It's not my eyes. Yeah. Where is it? That. I feel like I'm not looking at the right thing. What's that? What's that? Hold on a second before I expel the last of it. Oh shit. There's a bit there that just didn't quite look opaque enough. The king of chat again. That is all that matters in life. So, and I'm going to throw a little bit more pink through the airbrush before we're done. And then we're going to throw a little bit of green through the airbrush. And then we're going to throw some metallic through the airbrush. A couple of different metallics actually. And then we will get to hand painting, which will hopefully be mostly a couple of washes and a couple of highlights. Find your resonance frequency, chat. Epic. Well, I don't know if that's how it will work. I think that you have to keep chatting to become the king of chat. One day, when we're monetized, when the YouTube gods deem us worthy of monetization, once we reach the required amount of watch hours and subscribers, then we can yeet ourselves. Take it down. You need word spaghetti? No, that's you. That's what you do. I didn't know that. You spaghetti yourself. That's what you want. You don't need it, you are it. Then, once we're monetized, not eat ourselves, that's not what I was saying. What was I saying? Then we can, get pennies for every hour that gets watched. It's a really alive. That's your pool, that is. That blobber paint, that's your pool. There's no blobber paint on camera, what do you mean? Just immediately doesn't make sense, Mark. I have this, legitimate reasons to ban Mark for comments like that. Limiting remarks about what my pool is. And it's word spaghetti. Can you not do that? I mean, it's not far off of what you do normally. It's not far off of just a normal standard Mark comment. It's way more than I need, way thinner than I want it. Way more than I need, way thinner than I want it. Like, legit though, right? It's pretty much a standard kind of thing. Wait, let's just go back a few comments. Where was it? I don't know. Maybe it was yesterday. Something that you said, which was like on an equivalent level of word spaghetti. Like, when you're worse than AI when you put things like that in chat. It's a selfish thing that you do when you do shit like that, frankly, because it's clearly for your own entertainment, and it's clearly not something that really strikes a chord with anyone in chat, generally. It's just something for me to have to react to. Or ignore. And I'm increasingly getting to that point. Quality sketch. Again, these references that no one knows, and they're like very. They very much need an explanation, and I feel like, and the thing is it's just why I don't even care. I don't want to know. That's in the past, and at this point, I'm ready to move on. Fuck's sake. Got a couple of edge highlights. It's got the purple shadow left in there. Couple of edge highlights. Do the eye blue and give it the thing, and that will come out nicely. I'm sort of tempted to throw the pink underneath. I think we will, rather than use the contrast paint we used before. It's like you come into Discord chat like the other day and you're like, I don't mean to do it. I don't mean to do this sort of shit. And then you literally fucking word spaghetti in my chat. Like, it's obviously bollocks, isn't it? You can't help yourself, is what it is. You can't help yourself. Give that a wash and that'll be about where we want it as well. Shows I'm meant in good humour. We've talked about it. Me and Mark have talked about it, but it's like, it is all meant in good humour, but at the same time, like, I don't think I'm the only one it doesn't, like, it's most of all, it's bad for chat. Like, it does my head in, but it's bad for chat because people are just like, what the fuck? And like, literally, it can kill a conversation, it can kill a room. That kind of like fucking bad wordplay where it's just like, what? Like, it literally can kill a room, kill a conversation, and it's not good for internet chat, as far as I see it. Like, there's a reason that puns are banned in, like, some people's big fucking streams. Like, puns and wordplay are just literally straight up banned in people's streams, because for a lot of people, it's just like, fuck off with that shit. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I know it's meant in good humour, but it's just, it's not conducive to a streamer having to deal with chat. And that's the thing, we have talked about it, and me and Mark do understand that, like, we're coming from the best place, both of us. I'm not like having a go at him for no reason, and he's not just doing it to piss me off. It's just that's his humour. It's just not, it's not conducive to a chat room, and I just have to put up with it. And just keep remembering, oh yeah, it's all in good humour. 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 Whilst no one laughs. Whilst no one laughs. Tumbleweed. And it's like, it's not good. It's, you know, there's a dynamic it creates, and sometimes that dynamic can be funny, but most of the time it's just like an energy sink. I want to have a laugh, but also I don't want to have to deal with it all the time. I don't want to have to deal with fucking bad puns and bad wordplay. Like, it's not even necessarily always bad. It's just that, by its nature, on the internet, in chat rooms, it's not good. Oh right, fucking hell. Good deal. He turned out to be an asshole, didn't he? Fucking flip-flopped on what's acceptable comedy and what's not acceptable comedy a bunch of times. Right. That doesn't surprise me that that's the sort of shit that they did on their show, to be fair. Because, like, they weren't... It's not like you're quoting one of the greats, are you? Do you know what I mean? It's not like... it's a pretty low bar. The Badil... Rob Newman and Badil? I don't remember, but... it's... I hope what I'm trying to say is landing, man, because it's not nothing, and I'm not saying it for no reason. Like, I'd like to see my chat room grow with more people, but when, like, comments that get physical groans out of me are put in chat regularly, I'm pretty sure that physical groans are probably happening by the occasional person who's coming in. And I want to attract people who get me and my humour and enjoy me and my humour. And if they're gonna... I also want to attract people who, you know, like, don't fucking do bad wordplay. Because it's not something that I get a kick out of. And so, like, when people come in who I might be looking to attract to the stream, come in, and that's shit I'm dealing with, like... it's like there's a kind of meta to it, do you know what I mean? Like, that, like, it isn't something that is easy to understand or observe or appreciate unless you are me doing the streaming. Like, and like, you know... Yeah. I feel like they are fair points, you know? Cheers, dude. Nice one, Noble Matt. Welcome in, dude. I gotta get some liquid. Dehydrated. It is actually emptying itself.
Yeah. Cheers, dude. Nice one. Okay, man. Cool. Like, I hate to be such a savage about it, but it's fucking so tiring, and like I say, yeah, it's it just doesn't fit. It's just not a good fit, you know. It's not going to help grow the channel, and I really want to grow the channel and like have a bigger audience, and I just don't think that shit is good for a bigger audience, you know. People literally leave chat rooms over shit like that. Like, especially if it's a semi-regular thing. Like, everyone who's sticking about right now is, I guess, because they're sticking about because they like the crowd and they like me, but like, they're not sticking around because of that shit. Occasionally some people manage to make it enjoyable, but that's why it's so much easier to do like a recording between, you know, it's so much easier to kind of like not do a live stream. It's so much easier in so many ways to do other kind of content production, just because and then there's also the immediate ease to doing live streaming as well, where it's clicking a button, but they both have difficulties and differences. This kind of thing that ultimately, like, maybe I should have a chat room for it. Imperium Flax does, and I think he's probably right to. You know, no puns. No puns is a good rule. Because puns are shit. Right? Like, it's like sarcasm. It's just like, oh, really good, and really impressive, really good. And thankfully that shit you literally everyone knows that shit doesn't fly in chat without a kappa face, and even then it's a struggle bus. Pressure. Leader. It's not about like just listening though, right? It's like, because that statement is false. You don't just listen. I understand you want to take part in chat, and I'm happy for you to take part in chat. I'm just asking to not be selfish with your jokes, is what I'm asking. Like, you know, like think about, is this gonna land in the room? You know, like, is this just something I'm writing for my own entertainment, for everyone to see? But, like, is anyone going to understand this thing that they're going to see? Or is it just me putting something in chat for my own entertainment? Like, because, yeah, it's, anyway, dragged that shit on for long enough. But, yeah. Cyberite green. About 5 on the PSI of the air compressor. Working about half an inch away from our target.
If you hear that little electrical click when my air compressor turns on, sorry about that. Bit of a weird one. It's not about other people. It's not a maybe. You're like, try to be more certain, you know, like that it's gonna land, right? Like, and if it's wordplay, just avoid it. Like, make your jokes subjective, objective. You know, like make them kind of like referential to the conversation that's going on, clearly, and not like obtusely obscured, self-referential, personal joke stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's an established joke, then it's easy territory to land a win and a laugh in a stream that's already got something established about it. Like, if you're going to go for like something we've never referenced before, and it's a wordplay joke, then yeah, it's not going to fucking land, is it? Like, just... It's like, I get that you're older, dude, but like, it's not like you've gotten the internet and you don't, it's not like that extra time and experience seems to have taught you how the internet works. Like, and how chat rooms, you know, work. Off. Still blocking. Popped up. This is a nice track. Right, it's Asher Filero. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of his stuff saved for when I'm making videos. Like, it's literally deja vu for me to say, like, just think about if it's gonna land. Like, if you're not sure, then just assume it won't. Pink lacing, would you do a red undercoat, orange paint, and highlight white? And this on a duelist figure? The duelist. It depends on so much. In the sense that, like,
if you're going for like an environmental lighting or something like that, you might pick something very different. You might come at it from different angles as well. You might want to like kind of undercoat it with like more than one color. Did you send me a picture of it? Or a link? I do so much stuff, dude. I don't remember. It's like if you've been doing it for quite a few days, then I'll remember what model you're doing. But you flip between things as well, right? Like things don't necessarily get finished. So, right, okay. Yeah, I know the one. There's like lots of approaches you could take. You could literally undercoat pink with like whatever you want. You could undercoat with green. You could undercoat it with yellow. You could undercoat it with purple. Like, it really just depends on like the finish that you want out of it. It sounds like you've got some color choices which will work. You might find that you might want to start darker ultimately in order to help the separation lines later down the line. Okay. Okie dokie. It may not be dark enough, but it may just be fine. Probably done using this for the day because I'm going to use the other one for the next bit, but obviously blockage. Like a purple would work in terms of giving you a bit more shadow, probably. But if you don't want it to go cold, you want it to remain warm in tone, or like entirely warm. You don't want to shift towards the cold side. Then you could use red. You could undercoat it with blue. You know, if you wanted to go really cold. You could undercoat it with like a very low saturation kind of orange brown. Just loads of choices, right? Like you really, for undercoating, like how much do you want it to pop as pink? And then again, it's like, do you want to do more than just one color as an undershade? And then just cover the whole thing in a light glaze of pink, or like a speed paint, or so many ways to approach it. What's the desired effect? You know, with girly flows, I think the pink would do that when it's overshadow the rest of the work on her. Well, first of all, pink was a man's colour before it got nicked. before it was stolen. But if you're worried it's going to overtake it, you could always cheat and throw a picture of it on your computer and quickly throw pink on the part you're thinking of putting pink on. See if it does overtake it. That's one option. You could also I was going to say you could do white, but then to be fair, white has probably just got the highest, just as high a chance, like, because it's lace. Like, my mind immediately sort of thinks sort of either white or black. Black would probably be the way to have the highest contrast in value in the end, which might end up drawing the eye more than if you go any other way about it. But white might also end up drawing the eye ultimately more because it's white and it's brighter than everything else. Obviously you probably want to stay away from pure white anyway, but this may not be helping, but the point is to help you understand that there's many approaches, and it really depends on what you want as a finish. Go with what your gut tells you. If you've kind of got some paints in mind, hesitation is often worse than indecision. So that's again a good sort of first principle to work off, is that your hesitation is probably going to do you more damage than making a bad decision. So if you make a bad decision early on, you can change it and you'll learn from it. If you spend time wondering and deciding whether or not it's a good decision, then you'll never get to finding out if it was or not in the first place. There's a little bit of mad cat wisdom for you on a Wednesday midday. Sure, if it's lacing or armour, the creator gives it like an armour look, but I don't think a fluid duelist would have metal armour down the leg. If you look at the... Now we're kind of going back to a conversation from yesterday. By the way, chat, Mark told his missus what I said to him about his painting being better than his printer is now, and that he needs to upgrade because it's just not worth his time painting these 4K models. And she was like, yeah, there you go, just get it. Hey, just get it. Yeah, sure. Upgrade your printer. So, you know, I give Mark all this shit on stream, but you know, the reality is that, you know, where would Mark's 3D printing be next week if it wasn't for me? He's already thanked me, just bringing it up like a bastard. I'm post picking Discord whips. Have a look. I would definitely do that as cloth. I would not do that as metal, yeah. Ericsson. That's not the box art, is it? He's the sculptor. Well, I'd like to think that he's got a better paint job than that on his website, but nothing wrong with it. It's a perfectly serviceable paint job. Just think,
recently,
a California judge has dismissed a lawsuit, after discovering that lawyers have used an AI deepfake video as evidence. That is something that me and Jimmy have both said would happen. We've both said that would happen, and it's finally happened. So that's kind of a thing. Interesting. Metal. Sorry. See now, like ion tech to that level. Yes. Yeah, I kind of remember getting rid of that. Bring all of these over to the painting. Painting with the brush. This has gone really echoey. Oh, we are in a clown world. It's true. It's true. It's all 3D prints, no physical stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, as in, like, he sculpts it in a digital program. But hold on, are you saying that that picture is a digital picture? Huh. It might just be the direction I was speaking or something. I might have suddenly bounced around the room a bit different. Where do I put that now? Like the perfect music for me dawdling about comedy style, looking for something that I should be able to find straight away. Airbrush masking pie. That's what I'm looking for. And yes, those hand signals, those shapes I made with my hand help me verbalize that clearly. Shit, what have I done with that stuff? When was the last time I used airbrush? What did I use it for? I guess I could use blue tack, but I don't really like the idea of doing that, just having airbrush it on. It's not in there. It's not in any of those. Didn't look. No, that's the brush soap from Richard Cabin. That's in there. Excited for a second there. Similar kind of container. I can just avoid it. I just want to not have to avoid it, really. Appreciate where I'm coming from. Last place you'd expect to find it. Start there.
It's not annoyingly underneath there. Actually, really confusing. You silly fucker, why'd you put it in there? You've never put it in there before. I put it in with the fucking masking tape, didn't I? Like a muppet. Literally never stored it in there before. Obviously thought that was a great idea. Oh, masking tape, masking putty. Of course they should go together. And yeah, you know, it makes sense. You know, it's just annoying. It does. That's what was my next thing, was going to be pulling the drawers out of the pulling the drawers out. Oh, pop the little drawers out. That was my next move. I'm going to take the drawers out and see if it had fallen behind the back of the desk and around the back of the storage piece of furniture. Sorry, beg pardon. Nice. Cool. Right.
guess I decided that there wasn't enough space around here. It's kind of where it usually sits. It's either there or in there. Well, but it looks like I do have space there, and I didn't really have a reason for it not to sit there. And I'm just a little bit annoyed at myself, because that was a little bit of wasted time. Okay.
We're going to want this. And have I cleaned you out enough so that you're spraying? No. Very cool. Mix that in a second. I just want to get this cleared. Oh god, my ears. It's like a sort of amoeba having a constipation. I don't want to press too hard, as we will destroy the needle tip. We do want to get this solid paint out one way or another. Whatever it is, Epix paint. At some point we will see the needle poke through, because this is a spare needle that I have from an old Chinese airbrush that happens to be thin enough to get through a .15 by hardened steamboat. Bad. When I do my next bits run, how do you feel about minor kit bashing? Asks I might get 3 as the Pirate Acolyte birds, the Infernal Masters. Send me a DM with the 2 things you want to like put together. and like a description of how you want them put together, and we'll figure it out, dude. I don't mind kit bashing. It's a simple kit bash at all. Is that? It's only such a tiny little bit. Yes, we're out. We're clear. We'll split it. Look like it. Okay. Yeah. Looked like a metallic coming out. There's a little bit more. Oh, it's the worst I've ever gotten this thing bunged up before. Model doesn't seem how are we on the free arm or as bracing. Could be on the free arm or as bracing. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. Pirate act like birds. They're like an actual little familiar or something. That's so fucking bad. I've never gotten it so bunged up before. There we are. That is definitely the needle tip coming out there. Of course, it doesn't look like it's open. Try rebuilding it. That's fine. Cool. Professional work environment. Stop selling people's deals. Oh. Please. Okay, that was something, but it stopped, kinda. It's not full. It's not full spray, is it? Is it? Or is it? Hey, there you go. Yeah, looks like a full cone. For the 1.5. Okay, we cleared it. Wow, that's pretty bad. I think I'm going to leave it with some liquid in it and just the needle ever so slightly pulled back, because I want to break that up in there. I will have gotten the worst of it out, but it will not be all of it, I imagine, inside the needle tip. So I believe we got this back to a normal spray. Oh, we don't need that. I should stop trying to close the tap cording. Oh no, what the fuck? We got a full-on sideward spray. Did you see that? I don't know, I guess you probably wouldn't have seen that. I am the Prince of Chat! See how it's coming out that way? You get to see that? No, there's like not many ways to get that to show you guys. Why would it be doing that?
Damn it, okay. Here we go, make a coffee and a snack or a little spoon. Not far off the finishing time. It's Thursday, right? Not Friday, is it? Quickly. This one's easier to clean at least compared to what we're used to. It's kind of quiet, but okay, that doesn't look great. That's not good. I gotta get a different airbrush. Man, I can't recommend. I can no longer recommend Harder and Steenbeck. They should never have moved to these new caps and new needles. Inferior products. Scoundrels, really, the way they've done it. Teamed up with all these mini painters to promote their product, then fucking markedly deteriorate or like degrade the actual, should I say, quality of their own product. It's really fucking bad, man. like planned obsolescence put into such an expensive but small thing. Just so people end up buying more fucking parts because they can't. Yeah, that looks like it's at the right angle. Alright, we've got a nice cone on it again. It's facing the right direction. It's important. Okay. So we'll drop a flow aid. Fear that might be too thin, but I'll run with it.
Yeah, double stream set up. Best wishes to the early work load. Yeah, man, I think it's I'm enjoying them. You know, like I think that we have. It's a slightly different feel, and the nice thing about YouTube streaming is that it saves it. You know. You know, as far as I know, forever. So, which is one of the things that Twitch. So it's gone after a week or whatever. Target there. More accessible if you need it for VODs, exactly. In some way I kind of regret not always having just streamed almost just on YouTube, but obviously it would have been different journey, and monetization would maybe never have come. Trying to do this, try to do what we've done on Twitch, maybe. But, I do believe that YouTube is sort of looking to increase its footprint in the live stream sphere. It does seem that that's the case. the green. I was thinking, didn't I do the green on the inside of one of these? Obviously just the one, not both. It's just a bit of side bright green. We'll come back in with it in a bit. Fine, a bit more heavy than I want to in some brush strokes. Needs a little moment, that does. I think this would definitely have gone on better on black, I feel like, but you'd be getting a bit more blue out of it if it went on black. I don't know why I think that, but as you see, working on a speed disc makes you want something like that for easy model rotation. At first I was like, that's just a gimmick and I can't see myself using it ever. Oh, we're going on the silver on the side, that's fine. But it's great because like you're never typically at an angle where you're gonna hit the contact point with the spinny disc, like of the model. It's like the concern would be that you'd end up getting paint on like that contact point between the contact point and the spinny disc of the model and the spinny disc, and then when you pick it up that you'd have like paint break or you'd have like, you know, but because you just don't really get to that angle, you don't get paint at the contact point, and so when you pick it up it's good, you know, like it's basically safe as long as you don't come at it from like that angle. But yeah, again, something which came with this box for the airbrushing is super useful. And if you wanted to have an airbrush booth, you can just buy little turntables like this, or you could just make one fairly easily too. I do have like a manual turntable that's wooden, it's much bigger, for like big sculpting projects really, that is for. I used to use it for this same sort of stuff. The same sort of stuff, but I don't think I faintly remember having memories where it was, maybe it was the types of models I was spraying on there, maybe it was the wooden surface being flat, and that this is a plastic surface and it's got these sort of triangles and indentations so that you don't get like a seal or something? I don't know. Right. Quite aggressive amounts of spray there, but so I think we're going to have to drop a wash in this anyway. I was kind of hoping that this would actually be darker. I was hoping that this would be a darker metallic blue. And it is just that it's going on white, really. Otherwise we would have gotten a different look. Give it a little wash and then should be able to give it like a little dry brush mix of this and... because it does stay kind of blue, this one, doesn't it? No, the highlights are full straight to silver. The spikes on the outside top are purpley, they're not actually blue. So the inner disc is blue and it's gold trim with purple silver spikes. Okay. Yeah, it went quite heavy in a few spots there and I'm not sure. Hopefully the finish is not affected too badly. I think that's as opaque as I'm going to get it, isn't it? Does this look bluer now? That looks bluer, doesn't it? And is that because of the way it's separated in my airbrush? I'm not sure. Or is that opacity that we're reaching? Ah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think that there's some separation occurred there, where we've ended up with the majority of the metallic pigment coming through at the first, like it's separated into the cup, so you've got the blue at the top and the silver at the bottom or something? Because it does look much bluer up there than it does, or it did on there, right? I think that's what's happened. That's something to bear in mind. Interesting, okay. Yeah. That'll work. That'll work. Drop some blue wash in. Oh shit, I remembered something. I need to fucking message Rob. There we go. Have you met a painted guide websites you surrendered just a couple of weeks ago helped all with these birds or no? No, it has some bits in it for sure. Which were useful to a degree. Yeah, it doesn't have everything. It's not comprehensive, but like I think it's also a matter of like spending more time on that site, studying the recipes and seeing if they've like given you a recipe in a different model that could be used on another model that's the right recipe. It's kind of like not very well explained by me there, but I'm
trying to think. Like maybe. It's more of a maybe than it did yes. It's definitely specific enough. It's in some senses, but obviously not every model is there, not every recipe is there. And to go searching and then to not find a recipe for a particular part becomes another sort of like indecision over bad decision kind of weighing up thing. Where it's like, you know, maybe I should just go with whatever, and then if it isn't that, it's not the end of the world. It'll look close and I can still make it look good with whatever kind of process that I will generally take from experience and time. Oh, I need to replace these bands, man. I'm thinking to do it anyway, but like, grim.
I say it's a good website, and I think it's kind of mad that it exists kind of separately from the GW Paint Guides, kind of. Anyway, it strikes me as though they should just use the recipes on that website over any others that they have anywhere else, because they're more accurate and they would sell more paint. It's just literally a sort of protectionism over the skill, which I understand, but like some people are established and get to sort of like withhold like helpful technical information or educational information. It's just not really my vibe. I'd like to make money teaching, but I also don't want to be like a closed book to people who just come and ask. And I just think that like it feels a little bit like with the heavy metal team, like sometimes they're just like overly protective over their paint recipes, and it does sort of like betray the idea that maybe they are using other people's paints, or they're using oil paints, or something like that, you know? That's enough on that side. Something partially helpful. Yeah, it's definitely partially helpful. If you find like a model that basically has all the recipes that you want on it, then you are golden. Like they are great recipes. I tell you what, it's really helped with actually, not necessarily just with these birds, but in general, is my ability to understand what it is that they do with their metallics a little better. At GW. I was using like flesh wash and earthshade and nuln oil to put shadows into metallics, but to see that that's not how they do it, when I've been thinking for a long time, I don't think that that's how they do it, you know. This is reassuring for sure. I like these little spots, but we will probably end up getting rid of them. Yeah, I feel like we're getting like all of this sort of like blue pigment at the end almost, or something weird. Well, that's it. Now I have to wait for that to dry and hope that it's not shit. Just a little bit of Cyberite green in there with the airbrush, and we can take everything disc-wise and bring it over to the painting table. Which I guess will be for tomorrow, I guess. We will finish the discs, hopefully, one of each, tomorrow. Yeah, that is gold, isn't it? These are gold, these little eyes, flaming eyes, or whatever they're meant to be. They're gold by the looks of things. Yeah, it's gotta be what I'm looking
Method. That checks out. Expecting method of choice versus what someone decides worth listing on a web page. Yeah. My instincts are alright. Like, they're not spot on with the colours all the time, but like definitely I think the indecision is worse than a bad decision is definitely like something that's really worth internalizing, not just for mini painting but loads of other stuff, like life in general. Just like give it a go, whatever it is, just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? If the worst that can happen is that it's like decapitation or like the end of your life, then okay, don't. But if it's like whatever else, anything that's sort of, you know, if it's not going to like, you know, sever a limb and cause you to be, you know, disabled or whatever, you know, like an invalid. Let's try and find the worst word that people hate the most to use for it. See if we get yeeted. No, but you know what I mean. Like, then don't do the things which will hurt you just because it's like, yay, let's find out. But the rest of life works that way, pretty much. And if you just go for it, you'll find out what doesn't work quick enough. Dead quick enough. It'll slap you right in the face. It'll be like, that's wrong. It sucks. Or you suck. And you'll be like, alright. Now I know how to suck a little bit less. Every day. That's all I ever aim for. It's just to suck a little bit less every day. I feel like we're achieving that most of the time. Oh, lovely squeak we've got out of this airbrush today. Oh! Amazing!
Hold on. Okay, yeah, I see what the feeling's talking about, like the colourful vultures. Yeah.
Colourful vultures. To use on the Infernal Sorcerer. Okay, I think. Is that what that is? It's an Infernal Sorcerer? Okay, yeah. To like swap out the little mini what are they called? Little tiny little mini floaters of Zinch. What are they called? What are the things? Anyway, definitely progressively less suck. That's the aim. That's all. That's all I ever ask of myself. Just progressively less suck. Can we do it? I believe in me. Just a couple of drops of this. 3, 4. Gonna mix inside the cup. I know. What an awful human being I am for mixing in the cup. I should probably go to some sort of trial. Some sort of human rights trial. Oh no. Actually, it's not so bad. I'm just pushing paint around. Thank God I'm not dealing with the outcome of people's lives or something. Don't know where this is going. Wait.
Onto the outstretched arm. Oh. You want him to be like throwing a colourful you want him to be effectively like throwing. Making it magically appear and throwing it. Okay. Okay, good. That was the tap getting stuck. I'm real worried for a second there. Where's our air pressure? Far too high. Yes, they are. Yeah. No, that's right. I think it's a fairly easy job. Yeah. Doesn't strike me as a difficult conversion. Sorry, no, that's the tune I listen to. I don't think it is easy. Yes. Don't need to worry about overspray because it's all gold around it, so we'll be doing that by hand. Yeah, I think it's not a difficult conversion job. I think the issue that you might have with it is transportation. You have to be a bit more careful with it, you know, in general, because you're going to have this fairly pointy, thin thing pointing outwards directly from his hand. It's going to be like a thinnish connection-ish, depending on like what purchase we can find in different areas. And I have no idea what the coloration on those things are, so like it'd be nice to know what they're meant to look like, so I know what I'm meant to paint it like after attaching it. If that's a possibility, that'd be cool. I assume that they look a bit like fucking parrots, frankly. Like vulture parrots. There's ink in them. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I need to shave really badly. All here.
One there.
To trim this up a bit. To go for a cycle and go and get some milk. Need another coffee. Need to drink more liquids. But I think for today on YouTube, we're done. I will give these a little wash with some blue, and I think a little careful overbrush will careful overbrush with a mix of this blue and this blue silver and the straight aluminium. We'll put all of that silver in the right spot. A wash into there, and we've got to pick the faces and we've got to pick the, what is it, eyes, teeth and tongues out from the inside of the swirls. That's probably going to be the challenging part on these, but they can go over there. I have 5 discs on my table ready for hand brush work, and I think just one airbrush that needs desperately cleaning, and then I'm good. Okay, we've gone for an extra half an hour. We did like an extra hour or more yesterday. Did we do extra 2 hours? I think we finished at, maybe we did an extra 3 hours on YouTube yesterday. Not 100% sure. It was either 2, 3 or 4 o'clock that we finished yesterday. And then I just carried on having to do stuff ready, prepping myself for the Twitch stream, so full day yesterday. Good to have a full day, even if it is a 9-hour day. Actually no, it was a 11-hour day, because I start at 10 and finish at 2100 hours. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so we're doing 11-hour days as standard, I guess. That's normal. Is that right? 10, 11, 12. It's 2 hours, yeah. And then you got another 9 hours till 9 o'clock from 12, yeah. 11 hours day. 11-hour days, Madka. You're not doing 9-hour days, you're doing 11-hour days. Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Maths. Let's see how that adds up. Or subtracts, or whichever. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to click the button. I got to change this end screen. You all know that I got to change this end screen, but we're still going to use it. If you enjoyed that episode of Beyond the Box Art, make sure to follow me on all my social medias. And if it pleases you to procure one of my painted pieces, you can peruse the eBay shop.
Have fun.
And if you really enjoy the
If you want
content,
to buy something, then
you can support me
let me
directly
know.
at ko-fi.com/beyond.